Do you guys even know? Do you even know the last Bills player to score a touchdown against the Patriots? You probably do. Some of you probably do. You're thinking, Greg, obviously it was Jordan Poyer. He picked six Tom Brady last year on Christmas Eve. I saw it. And while we're at it, Kelvin Benjamin got robbed of a touchdown in that game. Like, it was a joke. He scored a touchdown. It was ruled a touchdown on the field, and then it was overturned. And I'm like, yes, you're correct. The answer is Jordan Poyer. But do you know the last offensive player to score a touchdown for the Bills against the Patriots? Now you're thinking, Shady? It's got to be Shady, right? That sounds right. It's got to be Shady. No, it is not Shady. What about, like, I don't know, Charles Clay? No, it's not Charles Clay. Did Zay Jones get one last year? He did not. What about Jordan Matthews? Nope. Like Gillislee? Going a couple years back? No. No, we're going back now. Sammy Watkins? Robert Woods? No and no. Did Tyrod rush one in? No, he sure didn't. The answer, the last offensive player for the Bills to score a touchdown against the Patriots, Jonathan Williams. That's right, John Williams, who 90% of Bills fans freaked out about releasing at the beginning of last year, because you can't. You just can't go and release your backup running back like that. I'm not going to open up that can of worms again. Then we'll get on to Mike Tolbert and whatnot, and I don't really want to get started in that conversation. But there you go, Jonathan Williams. October 30th, 2016. 2 years. It's been 2 calendar years since the Bills had an offensive touchdown against the Patriots. And they play them again 2 days before Christmas. Terrific. That'll just be great this year. So they've been almost 2 years and 2 months. Maybe they can break it there. Anyway, Bills obviously lose to the Patriots 25-6 on Monday Night Football game. I think a lot of you would agree that it felt a lot closer than that. It was a lot closer than that. It was, 9-6 and then 12-6, and the Bills, they had the ball, like, chance to go tie or take the lead, but touchdowns are just so hard to come by for this historically bad offense. They're dead last in points for 87 points in 8 games. That's less than 11. 37 points in their last 5 games. That's just shade over 7 points per game, and that makes it sound like there's a touchdown in there. Not really. They have 2 touchdowns in the past 5 weeks, and 0 obviously in the past 2 weeks. 1 against Houston, thrown by Nathan Peterman, Sunday starter, and 1 rush by Josh Allen against Tennessee. To sort of touch really quickly, I don't know, not quickly, but like on the quarterback, the Bills this past week and the week before have gone over 300 total yards. 333 this past week, 303 against the Colts. Like, those are their first 2 300-yard performances of the season, which hurts to hear, obviously. They did get to 292 and 293 earlier this year, but their first 300-yard games, and they scored 11 total points. I mean, the offense scored 9 total points. So it's really not translating to success. They're turning the ball over still with Derek Anderson throwing the pick 6, and it's just what have we come to when, like, not even really just a 12-point lead, like a 6-point lead, it's like insurmountable for the Bills. It's so frustrating to watch. It is absolutely, it's not fun. It's not fun, and I need it to be fun. I need sports to be fun. Like, sports for me haven't been fun lately. Like, I like the Yankees, and I had to watch the Red Sox win the World Series, and then I had to watch, like, 716 erupt on Sunday night as, like, apparently, I mean, I'm sure there were some Patriots fans in there, but, like some people from Boston, but, like, I know Buffalo is no man's land, and I'm sorry to go off on this little tangent. I know Buffalo is no man's land when it comes to, like, baseball, especially baseball and even basketball. But it's just like, I couldn't imagine slapping up Patriots fans about the Red Sox. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah, we did it. They got it. I'll hate you tomorrow when the Bills are playing the Patriots. I'll boo you. I will make fun of your family and your kids. I will boo your kids. But today we're slapping up high fives because the Red Sox won the World Series. I'm sorry. That's just me. You don't have to be like that. That is just me. But it's not fun. I like basketball. I'm a Pistons fan. They've lost 3 in a row. They lost the Nets. After starting 4-0. That's not fun. The Sabres have lost a couple in a row. Hockey, I know some of you probably don't even understand hockey, but, whatever. It's a sport. It's a thing. Buffalo, very popular. They haven't been good for years, and it's not fun. It's trending towards fun there, but, that's sports. Sports just aren't fun right now, and I need them to be fun. Well, I think... Sorry, I'm dealing with... Sorry if I have to pause there. I'm dealing with, a little bit of a congestion. I think being outside all day on Monday made me a little bit sick, so I'm just trying to get healthy before the weekend. Gotta do it again on Sunday, Bills, Bears. Nate Peterman versus Mitch Trubisky. And that, you know what, that's sort of transitioning there, I guess. It's a point I've made in previous weeks. I'm just going to make it again. It doesn't feel like the games count. They do count. They matter to me. They do. They matter to me. They might not matter to you. They might be like, whatever, Greg, shut up. Let's just lose and whatever. We'll get Nick Bosa or something. Be like, cool. Whatever. Whatever. Okay, maybe it happens. Maybe it doesn't. I'd rather win. I'd rather win games, and I'd rather see free agents and people be like, look what those Buffalo Bills are doing. And I know that's Terrell Pryor came here, but he's got a lot to prove. He's trying to make some money, so it's definitely surprising that he would come here to a passing offense that's strong. But again, I don't know what kind of offers he has on the table. I'm sure he would like to cash in free agency, and I don't know how much opportunity we'll give him to do that. But I need things like that. I need players to be like, look at what the Bills are doing over there. Last year, I don't know if it really translated because the Bills didn't have a ton of cap space, but maybe if the cap space lined up with a playoff year, or something, some sort of notoriety that we could lure some people in here, not have to overpay for mid-tier players and stuff. And like I said, it just doesn't. It still doesn't feel like it counts because Josh Allen's not playing. The Bills are 2-3 in games that Josh Allen starts. They're 2-2 in games that Josh Allen starts and finishes. As you remember, he didn't finish against Houston, and I believe, they were down 10-6 when he left that game. So, you don't necessarily know how that would have ended had he stayed in the game. When he was injured, he was coming off the best throw, maybe of his career, dropping one into the bucket over the corner and in front of the safety to Calvin Benjamin for 40 yards, and he tried to stay in the game one play and couldn't do it. So, we're 2-2. We're 2. We'll call it 2-3. Fine, 2-3 with Josh Allen. Is that terrible? Is that bad? I really don't think so. I wanted to see more, despite the fact that he only threw for 82 yards against Tennessee and got shut out against Green Bay. I want him to play. I really hope he's coming back maybe after the bye week at home against Jacksonville. It would really give me something to look forward to in the last 6 games, especially because 4 of them are at home. I want to see him play, and I want to see growth. And while Derek Anderson's playing and while Nathan Peterman's playing, you're not getting that. You're just never going to get that. You're you're getting these huge defensive efforts, like Monday when the Bills had the game plan to beat Tom Brady. They had it. They had the defensive game plan to beat the Patriots. And you can't see if your franchise player, your franchise quarterback, the guy you traded up for twice, drafted in the first round, that you want to be here for 15 years, you can't see if he is capable of beating them. You have to rely on a veteran like Derek Anderson, who really is also playing with nothing to lose, but has only been here for 3 weeks, and that's what you get, and that's what you get. What we saw is what you get. Excuse me. Like I said, feel a little under the weather. I'm going to wrap this up a little bit early this time, I think. So, the Bears are coming into town. Khalil Mack's not practicing. Allen Robinson's not practicing. Maybe they sit out. Do we think it matters? I mean, honestly, do we think it matters? Like, the Bears are top 10, I believe, in points. Yes. 9th in points, 8th in points against, 10th in yards, 7th in yards allowed. They are 3rd running the football. They do a great job. I don't really love Jordan Howard, to be totally honest with you. He's only averaging like 3.5 yards per carry. I did like him in years past, and I don't know, he's kind of fallen off to me. I like the coach, Nagy, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and I like how he uses Tree Cohen. I think that sort of Nagy coming from the Kansas City style, that's how they use players like Jamal Charles and like Kareem Hunt, and I don't, I'm not comparing Cohen to those players, but like the usage is similar. So, with rushing the football, Trubisky's a threat rushing the football as well. I think he has more rushing yards. I'm going to double check this. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to double check it. Trubisky has more rushing yards than any Buffalo Bills player. That is accurate. 296 to 257. There you go. There are how many Bears receivers or any pass catchers with more yards than Bills? Any Bills? There are 4. Zay Jones leads the Bills with 281. Tariq Cohen 398. Taylor Gabriel 381. Trey Burton 343. Allen Robinson 285. So that's where we are offensively. Nathan Peterman's going in. How can you predict, even if Khalil Mack isn't playing, if he is, oh my God. But even if Khalil Mack isn't playing, they still have the Roquan Smiths, the Leonard Floyds, and Danny Tre'Vathans, Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson, and Akeem Hicks. They're good. They're a good defense. So, this will probably shock absolutely no one, but I'm going to pick the Bears to beat the Bills. And the Bills are averaging, 11 points per game? I'm going to say the Bills are going to score 11. How do they get to 11? They probably have 3. And then maybe they score a late touchdown and go for 2 to make it 11. Why would they have to go for 2? Because the Bears have 22, right? Yeah. 22 to 11. Is that scoregami? I have no idea. Bears 22, Bills 11. Let's go with that. Because I think the defenses will come to play at home. They might allow a couple field goals here and there. They might have a touchdown here or there as well. Maybe there's a safety involved. Maybe there's a pick 6 involved. Who knows? Guys, talk to me here. I'm really, I didn't mean to just trash the Bills. I'm not, I know that they could come off that way because I'm thinking of ways, excuse me. Sorry, it's catching up to me. Thinking of ways that the Bills can muster up points or claw for points and stuff, but that's what it is right now. They have 11 points in their past 2 games, and I just picked them to score 11 again. They doubled their offensive output this past week. They doubled it. They went from 3 to 6. They cut the turnovers in half from 5 to 2, maybe 3. They cut the turnovers almost in half and doubled the points. And they scored 6 points and turned the ball over 2 or 3 times. Unbelievable. I still want to win. I want it more. I want this to be fun. I want to win more than anything. I'm not kidding. I'm about this. I'm committed to this. Call me delusional. I don't care. I don't care. This is my team, man. I'm ride or die. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep making these videos. I did make it to 15 minutes, even though I wasn't totally sure about it. Bears 22, Bills 11. Guys, hit me up on Twitter. Twitter handle is the same as my YouTube username, and I try to answer everybody, try to talk to people in the comments as long as you got good thoughts. Try to enjoy your weekends, guys, and as always, above all else, Go Bills.